This evening on ENN Tonight.
A former professor is suing the university over what he claims is wrongful termination.
How costs of living concerns may impact upcoming midterm primaries.
And a glimpse at a side of the theater few ever see.
And throughout the show, we have these big moments where the immersive just lets the audience feel like they're a part of the cast. And
Those stories and more.
ENN Tonight starts now. Good evening, and thank you for joining us for ENN Tonight. I'm Kathan Gandhi.
And I'm Alice Morrissey. Let's dive right into this week's top stories.
We begin with some sad news. ENN received word just a few hours ago that Alamance County Commissioner and Elon University alum John Paisley Jr. has died. He first served on the commission in 2014 and then came back to the role in 2020. He served the community in multiple roles, including as the chairman of the Alamance County Board of Elections, a member of the Alamance and Coswell Mental Health Board, and president of North Carolina Board of Elections Chairmen's Association. Because Paisley's term was not set to end until 2028, the executive board of the Alamance County Republican Party will convene to appoint a replacement. Whoever is appointed to the position will have to run again in November.
Former Elon professor of economics Ray Knight is suing the university after he claims he was wrongfully let go. Knight allegedly discovered in 2021 that a faculty colleague had improperly given students answers to the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Certification exam. This exam is required for students to be a part of the federal tax prep program. The lawsuit says that Knight reported the misconduct to his dean, department chair, and human resources, but then claims that the university failed to investigate the cheating. Knight was allegedly removed from his role as VITA program director a week after making this report. His tenure application was later denied as well. The lawsuit also cites age-related comments by senior faculty, including quotes saying Knight would, quote, be gone in 2 years because he was, quote, of that age, and later saying that Knight would, quote, not be granted tenure. Knight filed the lawsuit without an attorney and is looking for reinstallment or front pay, back pay, compensatory punitive damages, and a favorable letter of reference. Knight did not respond to ENN's request for comment, and Elon University spokesperson Eric Townsend said that the university does not comment on pending litigation it's involved in.
Elon Residence Life is planning some big changes for Danley Apartments. ENN's Abigail Hines has more on these upcoming renovations.
Next academic year, Danley Buildings A through F will see phased renovations. Buildings A through C will be worked on in the fall, and D through F will follow in the spring. This means about 90 beds won't be available for students.
This academic year, we actually had a smaller first-year class than we had planned for, and so we actually have more bed spaces available for our upper class students next year than we anticipate needing.
The specifics of what will be renovated haven't been finalized yet, but the plan so far is for flooring and appliances to be replaced. Construction, for now, will have students living in A through C in the fall pack up their things next December and move to D through F.
We don't want to be disruptive during finals week, but we also know that that's going to be when the transition is happening, is around December. And so as we've thought about it, we're definitely going to be looking at hiring some external movers support.
Current freshmen are having mixed feelings about whether or not they want to live in Danley, knowing they'd be required to move.
Just like the inconvenience of it would be pretty not make me want to do it.
It'd be all right. I mean, just one little move, maybe a move back. But I feel like if I'm with my friends and having fun, I think it wouldn't matter too much.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. I don't want to pack up all my stuff again.
Students are advised to talk to their resident assistant first with any housing questions. Abigail Hines, ENN Tonight.
Current freshmen will be assigned their housing selection times March 3rd and will start selecting their housing on March 12th.
It's open! Roberts Academy at Elon, the school for children with dyslexia, is now accepting applications for the next academic year. The process to apply starts with a prospective student form. If approved, applicants will be invited to submit an official application. After the application, applicants will be invited for an interview and a screening if approved. The four-step process ends with signing forms and paying a deposit. Annual tuition will be $20,500. Families that are accepted will be eligible for state-funded assistance programs that will help with the cost of tuition. There are also education student account scholarships that students can apply for. Students gathered at a Razoo Coffee Wednesday night for Elon Student Government Association's semesterly fireside chat, sitting down face-to-face with President Connie Book and Vice President for Student Life John Dooley. The open forum gave students a chance to ask questions directly about major campus updates. During the conversation, President Book spoke about the Health EU facility set to open next fall. She said that the building will have many new additions like an indoor track and a rock climbing wall. She opened up about the Queen's merger as well, saying, quote, "They are walking into the merger, not running." And she hopes it will create more internships and Charlotte-based opportunities for Elon students. Another big topic discussed was the plan for an on-campus AI sandbox, where students can experiment with emerging tools. SGA hosts events like this every semester and says they were trying to increase student attendance.
A new poll shows most North Carolinians say prices are rising, and many say their monthly spending budgets are feeling the strain. ENN's Lily Mosbacher is in studio with a breakdown of the numbers and what they could mean heading into primary elections in March and midterm elections in November.
Thanks, Kathan. Let's start by looking at the numbers. A survey from Catawba College in Salisbury and YouGov found that 63% of North Carolinians say prices are higher than they were 1 year ago. Only 15% of respondents say prices are lower, and 22% feel they have stayed about the same in the past year. More than half of those surveyed say they are having difficulty affording their regular monthly expenses like groceries, utilities, and transportation. And 64% say they have cut back on purchases just in the past month. The poll surveyed 1,000 North Carolinians over a week-long period, and when their concerns are broken down by issue, housing tops the list. 70% of respondents say housing is unaffordable, and 63% say healthcare and insurance are also too expensive. I spoke with Dr. Michael Bitzer, who directs the North Carolina Center for Politics and Public Service and who wrote the survey. He told me this poll serves as a baseline as North Carolina heads into a competitive midterm cycle, because economic concerns typically play a major role in how voters decide. If 7 out of 10 North Carolinians are saying this is an unaffordable way of living, this may have some real impact on our society, Bitzer said. Looking ahead, 57% of respondents expect prices to continue to rise this year. For now, the data shows that affordability is a top concern for many North Carolinians. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Lily. We'll keep an eye on affordability concerns among North Carolinians throughout this midterm cycle, which actually has already started. Early voting for the North Carolina primaries is open. Citizens can vote early at 3 locations in Alamance County: the Graham Recreation Center, the Mebane Arts and Community Center, and the Kernodle Senior Center. Depending on party affiliation, voters can cast ballots for the Democratic or Republican candidate for U.S. Senate. The results of the primary will decide which 2 candidates will face off in November for North Carolina's open Senate seat. Only Democratic candidates for the U.S. House of Representatives District 9 will be on the ballot, as that primary decides who will face off against Republican incumbent Richard Hudson. Voters can also vote for Alamance County Sheriff, County Board of Commissioners, and County Clerk of the Superior Court, among other races. The last day to vote early is February 28th, and the primary election is on March 3rd.
The Invictus Project is a North Carolina nonprofit that fights child exploitation and educates the community on protecting youth from trafficking and predators. The project has educated Alamance County twice in just 1 month. Last night, Trailhead Church in Graham was the host of Teens, It's Time to Talk, a multi-church youth event designed to equip students with knowledge of the digital world and the dangers they face, all through a Christ-centered lens of hope and purpose. This event follows the previous It's Time to Talk event hosted at the church in January. A prayer and worship music began the session. The event gave teenagers and parents a safe space to begin hard conversations around what they see online and how predators can connect with them. Whitney Miller, Vice President of Development for the Invictus Project says she hopes that teenagers recognize and understand that their value is not found on the internet and they should not seek that validation online.
I want them to feel validated and seen before they ever search for it online, but also that they would begin that communication component with their parents, that they would go home and have interesting conversations with their mom and dad around what we talked about tonight.
According to the Invictus Project, 500,000 predators scour the internet daily, targeting ages between 12 and 15. To read more about the Invictus Project and its mission, pick up a copy of this week's Pendulum.
Will we get a glimpse of spring this week? Stick around and I'll have your Phoenix 5-day forecast after the break.
And an update on all things Elon athletics up next.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think.
You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
There's only one thing that will save somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone, get the emergency responses there on their way.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hate is loud, but love is the majority.
Lex Silberger. Often I got it this. Our Mackenzie Cruz is in the virtual studio with this week's forecast. Mackenzie, will it be warm like it was today?
Yes. Although it rained all day yesterday, we are looking at a warm and cloudy week. Now for your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Tonight we'll have a low of 32 and mostly clear skies. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny with a high of 64. Unfortunately, the clouds will come in Wednesday and stay for the rest of the week. It'll be a breezy morning with a high of 67 and a low of 52. Thursday and Friday will be more of the same with a high of 73 and 70 respectively. And finally, Saturday will start our weekend of rain with a high of 68 and showers throughout the day. As we head towards the end of February, we are looking at a mild rest of the month and beginning of March. Most days will sit in the mid-50s to low 60s and partly cloudy skies. These early spring temperatures are not a coincidence. There is a warm front moving east this week with even warmer temperatures in the Midwest. That's all for now. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Mackenzie. Looking forward to the warm week ahead. It was a huge weekend for Elon Athletics, and if you're a Phoenix fan, you had a lot to cheer about. Kathan, is there anything fans should know?
Thanks, Alice. Let's start on the court. Sophomore transfer Bryson Coakley delivered a moment that Phoenix fans won't forget on Friday. Tied at 78 against the College of William & Mary, Elon turned to Coakley for the final shot of the game. That's when the guard drained a clutch three-pointer with 3 seconds to go, snapping men's basketball's 4-game losing skid. Coakley scored a career-high 29 points. His role continues to grow after being named a starter halfway through the season. Next, let's head to the Diamonds. Elon baseball jumped out to its first 3-0 start in 5 years, sweeping the University of Delaware this weekend. The Phoenix looks sharp in both phases of the game, and one name to keep an eye on, Jake Haidu. The sophomore shortstop smashed his first career home run, raked 7 RBIs, and drew 3 walks. He's showing flashes of being a key piece of the roster. The Phoenix scored 37 total runs over 3 games. Head coach Mike Kennedy enters his 30th season with the Phoenix. If this weekend is any indication, he could have a very special team on his hands. Meanwhile, both men's and women's tennis are benefiting off transfer additions of their own. Sophomore Cornelia Kack and junior Alexis Nyborg have both made immediate impacts for the Lady Phoenix. Women's tennis has started 3-1 on the season. Men's tennis also brought in sophomore Nikola Perichkov, who's played number 3 singles for Elon throughout the start of this season. Perichkov brings power and experience as a former member of Wake Forest University's NCAA championship team. For a Phoenix team that's lost 5 straight CAA finals, Perichkov may be the piece to help get them over the top. And in the track and field, Elon's program continues to break personal and school records. Junior Adriana Clark won the weight throw competition at the JDL Track Championships. Her toss of 18.81 meters was her best in her personal career and the second longest throw in Elon history. Sophomore Mia Stimpson also placed first for the Phoenix, winning the triple jump with the personal best distance of 11.62 meters. Junior Jenna Gilman posted a school record time in the 600 meters. She placed 6th, while sophomore Gabby Walker finished right behind in 7th place. Track and field continues to build off a CAA cross-country championship in the fall. Now it's early in the spring sports season, but Elon is already setting the tone for what could be a very special year. That's all I have for you going on in the sports world. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Kathan. Basketball, baseball, and tennis all play this week at home. Alexander Lex Silberger and his family journeyed from Holland to Jamaica in order to survive the Holocaust. Our Sam Wise has more about Silberger's visit as the year's Holocaust Remembrance Day speaker.
Holocaust survivor Alexander Lex Silberger spoke at Elon University Turner Theater as this year's edition of the Holocaust Remembrance Day speaker series. Senior Director of Jewish Life Betsy Polk-Joseph helped organize the event and led the Q&A afterwards. Joseph said that Silberger's story is relevant even now.
It happened in a time it feels like many, many years ago. It reflects so strongly our realities now.
Silberger started the night by talking about his family and the Nazi rules that began taking effect in his hometown in Holland. Silberger then moved into his family's story of escape through France and into the Caribbean. Silberger noted that though he was young, he understood what was going on and stayed quiet during their escape.
Now I was surprised because I've not been told anything about this beforehand, and because of the restrictions, we haven't been traveling anywhere. I became even more surprised when we did not return home that night.
Co-president of Elon Hillel, Benji Stern, helped introduce Silberger and spoke about his personal experience on the Holocaust Journey J-Term trip. Afterwards, Stern spoke about what it was like hearing the story.
It's such a different experience. Hearing it from someone firsthand who lived that experience, it's heart-wrenching to hear what he had to go through.
At the end of the night, Silberger was met with a standing round of applause. Sam Weiss, ENN Tonight.
Construction has officially started on the Ahold Delhaize distribution plant. Stick around to find out what it'll have to offer.
And coming up, look how one student immersed audiences in the sounds of New York City for the theater department's production of Rent.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Even more than I wanted a gold medal, I wanted a heart of gold, like the mentors who were my balance beams refusing to let me down, and the coaches who spoke out to anything out of bounds, heroes who never stood on podiums, but stood up for me. Every shot I made, give the assist to those who since my youth were referees, ready to blow the whistle and end abuse.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
Kudos, Carl. You've always had a need for speed. Racing anything with wheels, speed reading novels in record time, yelling out 3, 2, 1 at every traffic light. But this time, you've taken your power obsession to the next level. By purchasing this electric vehicle, you've given yourself instant torque that blows your old launch times away, which will keep you saying, woo-wee, every time you punch the pedal. Good for your adrenaline, great for the planet. That's the power of EV.
We apologize for the mispronunciation of Alexander Lex Stillbigger, Ahold Delhaize USA hosted the groundbreaking of the new Food Lien Distribution Center in Burlington. ENN's Anjolina Fantaroni was at the event to hear more about the milestone.
The ground for the Ahold Delhaize Food Lien Distribution Center is finally broken. Burlington officials and Food Lien officials are here celebrating the milestone. 1, 2, 3. The company invested $860 million into the construction of the center, and it's estimated to bring around 500 jobs to the area. Greg Fincham, president of Food Lien, says the location was chosen because of the ability to widen the reach to stores.
Geographically, Guilford County is very well positioned for what we need.
The facility will be Food Lien's first automated one, with food selected by robots.
The automation will require resources to make sure the automation is running appropriately.
With construction hats and gold-painted shovels, the groundbreaking begins the 2 to 3 year construction project. Anjolina Fantaroni, ENN Tonight.
The new facility is expected to provide for at least 300 stores in more states than just North Carolina.
Elon University hosted its annual Ripple Interfaith Conference this weekend, celebrating its 10th anniversary. ENN's Alana Klingsporn was there for this milestone event.
Annual Interfaith Conference brought students and visitors from universities across the country, including Queen's University of Charlotte and Texas Christian University, together for the weekend to celebrate their differences and the things that unite them. Director of Multi-Faith Programming and Engagement and staff advisor for the conference, Hillary Zackin, says she hopes the positive energy seen through the conference is something visitors and students can bring to their lives.
It's just a joy to have people here who are genuinely interested in interfaith engagement, connecting with one another, learning, planning to bring things back to their own campuses.
And founder of the Ripple Conference, Rev. Miranda Coburg, said she founded the conference after attending similar events across the country.
There's one in particular that was very much like, we're going to learn and we're going to network. Another was very community focused. And I thought, well, what if we brought these together where we have learning, but also opportunities for connection, meaningful connection.
The conference included a panel with Coburg and a keynote speaker on Saturday. Alana Klingsporn, ENN Tonight.
Coburg said that while she hasn't attended every single conference, seeing the 10th anniversary feels full circle. Elon Performing Arts wrapped its sold-out run of Rent yesterday with the 10 speakers and a surround sound setup. Audiences heard a different version of McCrary Theater. The sound designer for Rent designed an immersive audio experience, which surrounds the audience with sounds from all directions and aims to bring listeners into the scene. This is the first time immersive audio has been used in McCrary Theater. Elon senior Brandon Saricola, alongside 2 mentors, designed the setup. Sarah Cola is a music production and recording arts major with a background in live sound production. He says that Mercury Theater was not built to be an immersive space, so the process was initially challenging. But he says the hard work paid off, seeing everything come together.
And throughout the show, we have these big moments where the immersive just lets the audience feel like they're a part of the cast in a way, and that they're included in the show, whether that's felt or heard or experienced. That's kind of the goals of the show.
After the break, see how one student group spread love this Valentine's Day.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
In 4 days. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children. She didn't know what to do.
Did you have a good day at school?
She gave them some broth without any bread.
There you go.
And kissed them all soundly.
Night night.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Women are bad with money. That's what the world's been saying for centuries. But now we've got something to say.
Save it. It's time to save ourselves by saving our money.
Until we're no longer 80% more likely than men to live in poverty in retirement.
Save it. The falsehoods, the feelings of fault.
Then, the funds. Learn how to save for your retirement at wesaysaveit.org.
I've always been told I gotta be strong. Thick skin, tough as nails. But to be everything for everybody, it wears on you. Black don't crack, they say. But it can. We all can. Reach out to a friend if you see them going through it. No matter who you are, being vulnerable is what makes us whole. Learn how to help at seizetheawkward.org.
Elon's Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated and Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated hosted a Valentine's Day Spread the Love event to celebrate connection and different forms of love. The event included activities such as making and decorating chocolate-covered strawberries, bracelet making, and writing Valentine's Day cards. Delta Sigma Theta Vice President and Elon Senior, Malia Proctor, says building community is her motivation for hosting the event.
We're hoping people firstly have fun and also take something away about how to interact with different individuals and different types of love and different types of love languages, while also getting something for their Valentine and just coming together as a community.
Proctor said she hopes the event was able to bring people together.
Tomorrow is Mardi Gras, back for a festive celebration full of fun and food. The festivities kick off in the morning with a Mardi Gras-themed college coffee and alumni gym, where there will be seasonal treats to start the day. For lunch, Clohan, Lakes in Lakeside, and McEwen will be serving Mardi Gras menus inspired by the flavors of the Gulf Coast. The dinner menu at McEwen will be ramping up the celebration with festive food, a live DJ, mass crafting, and mocktails. This year, Elon is teaming up with Succotash Southern and Creole Kitchen for President Book's Crawfish Station. The Chief Chef Juan DiGiulio is excited for students to learn about Creole food, especially how to peel a crawfish and Mardi Gras traditions. Well, that's all the news we have for you this evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Head over to our website, elonnewsnetwork.com, for sports, stories, and more.
Make sure to follow us on social media at Elon News Network.
Have a great night, Elon.